Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, depending what part of the world you happen to be in. And I am delighted this afternoon to be speaking to David Gonzalez from Visit San Antonio. Good afternoon, David, or good morning.
Good afternoon. How are you, Graham?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's sometimes since we see about a year or two since we've seen each other, but I'm sure lots has happened in San Antonio. What's new in San Antonio in terms of attractions, in terms of infrastructure, what's being built that might impact tourism and inbound tourism?
It's I'm glad you asked that because there's so much happening in San Antonio that there's really not a shortage of reasons for people to get inspired and come and visit us in San Antonio. We've had a new hotels open up, a brand new Kimpton Hotel that's right in the heart of downtown San Antonio, a beautiful hostel that's been restored, a beautiful courtyard right in the heart of San Antonio, a brand new Intercontinental Hotel just opened up. So lots of great new hotel product for people to explore as well as our existing more than 150 hotels just in the downtown area. So lots of options for people to stay from great value hotels to fantastic luxury hotels. On the entertainment side, so much to do. New exhibitions opening up across the city's museums, more than 24 different cultural institutions in San Antonio. So lots of great options for people to explore the history, the culture of Texas, of Tex-Mex, of what makes San Antonio unique in the United States and in the world. And also lots of great new restaurants opening up across the city. One of my new favorite ones that just opened up, it's called Anacacho, and it's a fantastic hotel and fantastic restaurant in a beautiful luxury historic hotel that's called the St. Anthony Hotel from a beautiful place right in the heart of downtown from a fantastic chef that's going to be doing heritage Tex-Mex Mexican food. So, there's so much to do for people that are traveling with families. San Antonio, of course, is the theme park capital of Texas. So, if people that have done California, people that have done Florida, and you want something different, San Antonio is the great way to do, especially because San Antonio is such a great value for families. The top two free attractions in Texas are free here in San Antonio. The Alamo, of course, and the Riverwalk. We also have the UNESCO World Heritage Site missions that are free. So much great value. We're actually San Antonio was named the top city in the United States for free attractions. So for people that are looking value, especially in these economic turbulent times, San Antonio is a great place to come. Our theme parks offer great values, much less pricey admission prices than you have in some of the other states in the United States. So we welcome everybody to come enjoy San Antonio.
Excellent. And what about events? I know we're a couple of big events happening next year. We'll talk about those in a minute. But what about your more regular events, like for a restaurant week and festivals and so on?
Definitely. We just concluded our 2 week festival called Fiesta San Antonio that's been happening for more than 130 years. So, for people that want to plan for 2026, we welcome you to think about Fiesta San Antonio. It's 11 days of party with a purpose, more than 100 events that raise funds for charities, for nonprofits. And they're all great parties in their own right. They offer food and music and great events, very colorful. So, think of it as a family friendly Mardi Gras that only happens in San Antonio, and it's a great place to come every April, the last 2 weeks of April. We also have the United States' largest Day of the Dead parade and Day of the Dead celebrations. So you have to come to San Antonio that last weekend of October to explore, with a more cultural, beautiful celebrations that you'll ever encounter. Of course, we do great things in the summer for families. Our theme parks have nightly fireworks shows on the weekends. And then we also have one of the largest LGBTQ plus celebrations here in San Antonio with the Pride River Parade, which happens usually the first weekend of June. So lots of great events. And for people that, maybe want to escape the bitter cold in the winter in the UK, San Antonio is a warm weather destination in the winter. And it's beautifully lit with cultural traditions from our German heritage and our Mexican heritage. So if you want to do something different for the holidays, come on down to San Antonio.
Excellent. Talking of the couple of big events next year, we've obviously got the 250th anniversary of when Britain got rid of you. And secondly, we have the FIFA World Cup, which just up the road in Dallas, there's going to be some big games and lots of games. Are you doing anything particular for that and for the 250th?
Not for the 250th anniversary because actually San Antonio was not part of the United States for that. We were part
Indeed.
of Mexico. San Antonio has existed before the United States were united. So we were very happy to, of course, join in. We'll do some events here and there. Nothing that's been firmed up just yet. But San Antonio is a great place to come, definitely, because we are military city USA, one of the most patriotic cities in the United States. So even though we don't have that historic aspect that maybe Philadelphia or others might have, of course, people are always welcome to come to San Antonio for patriotic celebrations and see fireworks and see parades that are very patriotic. But for the World Cup, definitely San Antonio is a place to think about making your base camp because not only are we close to Dallas, which will have the most games of any city for the tournament, we're also very close to Houston and we're also very close to Monterrey, Mexico. So San Antonio is very well centrally located. For people that travel to the United States and want to come for FIFA World Cup, we're only a 3-hour drive to Houston, 4-hour drive to Dallas, and 5-hour drive to Monterrey, or less than an hour flight to each of those three cities. Or for the other additional games in Mexico, it's less than a 2-hour flight to Mexico City and to Guadalajara. So really, San Antonio is very well placed for people that really want to have an easy stay and enjoy it. And additionally, we will be a base camp city for one of the markets. We hope it's the UK. We don't know which country will pick us just yet. That won't be announced until December. But make sure you plan to stay in San Antonio for the FIFA World Cup.
Excellent. And talking of international tournaments and international tourism, how do you feel this year is going? There's lots of press coverage almost everywhere about struggles for inbound international tourism for the United States. You're on the border with Mexico. Canada, I'm sure, is a big market for you. And of course, Western Europe. How do you feel it's going? And given that, what is your confidence for the future?
San Antonio, we do have a very large visitation from Mexico. More than 2 million annual visitors from Mexico come to San Antonio. We are about 2.5 hours from the Mexico-US border. So even though we're not on the border necessarily, we do get a lot of Mexican visitors. Actually, we receive the most of any city in the United States. And from the UK, we do get a respectable number as well as from the rest of continental Europe. And one of the things that we've noticed is that a lot of people seem to understand that what happens at the federal level with that presidency is a little bit different. In San Antonio, we're a very welcoming destination. More than 75% of our population is Hispanic. So we understand that not everybody's the same, and we welcome everybody to enjoy our city and really make a difference that we continue to do with the tourism. We all know that tourism brings jobs to the markets that you visit. So we hope that people understand that your travel means something for us. Travel and tourism is the fourth largest industry in San Antonio, employing 1 out of 7 people in the city. So it's a big difference for us. So far, we haven't seen a lot of drop in demand. I think a lot of that has to do with just the nature of San Antonio and the nature of our visitors. And we hope that continues. We know that the UK customer will also usually plan far in advance, right? So we know that a lot of the travel that they're doing right now was baked in December. So we hope that coming up this next travel booking periods, they'll still look at us favorably and continue to book forward.
Sure. And do you think that the strength of the dollar against all these other currencies is a factor as well? I mean, vacationing, holidaying in the USA can be inexpensive. And I noticed earlier in this discussion you said that San Antonio offers good value for money, and that's one of the things that people will be looking for more and more, I think.
For sure. We know that definitely the price of travel can be expensive in a lot of places, including the United States. But indeed, I think people will look for that value, and we are happy that San Antonio is a value for a lot of travelers. From hotel rooms that are usually a little bit less expensive than some other destinations, attractions, meals, even the flights, right? We have a lot of great values and options for people that want to fly into San Antonio. So I think overall, San Antonio is well positioned for an economic downturn if that were to happen, or just this, instability. But we are, of course, encouraging travel agents to continue recommending San Antonio, and we're encouraging the visitor to think about San Antonio as an alternative to maybe some other destinations they visited before, because we are such a great value.
Good. And on a personal footnote, you talk about international events. Only 2 years ago, you had IPW, which is the big US travel trade event. Are you still reaping the benefits of that? Because I think for most people, it's considered, for old hacks like me, it's considered probably the best IPW that I've ever been to. And
Uh-huh.
so I think a lot of people will look fondly upon San Antonio, not just because of that, but that is a factor.
No, definitely. IPW is usually actually a long-term play. It's not something that's immediate. So we definitely are seeing the benefits, and we'll continue to see those benefits for a few years to come. Usually, you see an IPW benefit last about 5 years post hosting the conference. So we're really right in the middle of seeing that, because what happens, as you know, a lot of on the trade side, those contracts are started to talked about in that year, and they don't come to fruition for another 2 or 3 years, and those bookings come a little bit later. So we are fully expecting that, thanks to the great work of our industry and our city in welcoming the world for IPW, that we hopefully made a great impression, and we still hear people talking about how great it was, and that people sharing similar sentiments like you, of saying it was the best one, which of course we're very happy to hear, because a lot of people don't think about San Antonio and some of those off markets, international markets. So we're very happy that we made that impression, and people will want to come back and recommend San Antonio.
Well, I first went there in 1984, so that's a long time ago. So yeah, excellent place. I hope everybody listens to this, takes it all in, and books their vacations, book their clients, and book itineraries into San Antonio. David, thank you very much. I wish you the very best of luck for the next couple of months, for the next year, and hopefully see you in 2026 when England are based in San Antonio and beat the rest of the world.
Thank you, Graham. Yes, I do hope that England comes in full force in San Antonio and picks us to be their host city. So, fingers crossed, and good luck to all the British fans out there.
Sure. Thank you very much.